continue to do so. When there was problems about Mau Mau and a party called the Kenya African Association or Union, KAU, had some of its leaders detained. Among those who were detained was Ramogi Orengo in the 50s. And when Ramogi Orengo was detained, and he was the secretary of KAU, he was replaced in the leadership of KAU by Walter Odede, who became the president. When Kenya was fighting for independence, and I want anybody to look at the proceedings at Lancaster, when the future of Kenya was being debated at the Lancaster conferences, you could not miss one Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. You could not miss Tom Joseph Mboya. Always on the front line. And when there were legal questions, there was arguings codec. There was arguings codec. And the detention thereafter was Ramogi Orengo. Ramogi Orengo has been the longest serving detainee in the life of the Republic of Kenya. Him and Wasonga Sijeyo. In the political space, nobody has sacrificed for this nation, including bringing the new constitution, more than Raila Amolo Odinga. I have argued, and I hope that one day people will do an audit, but I continue to believe that the greatest Kenyan who ever lived was Raila Amolo Odinga. Because anything at Momo Sevedo Kenya Kamutio ni Kenya Molo Raila Amolo Odinga. Is there? There is nobody. And in bringing Kenya together, after Mboya and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, because Mboya and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, while Kenyatta were in detention, they started the first national party in the Republic of Kenya called KANU. And thereafter, if you look at all these parties, Clifford, I'm very happy about the statements you made about all these parties that have died. But ever since KANU, the only true national party which was founded by Raila was ODM. ODM was everywhere. That one we must accept as a fact. But Ruto came to kill this party called ODM. We gave him a chance that don't kill our party. If Ruto loved Raila the way he says he loved Raila, he could not kill the party founded by Raila Amolo Odinga. That a party which in every election had a presidential candidate. This is the year, or next year is the year, when ODM is not going to have a presidential candidate. What a shame. Shame. What a shame. Shame. And then the person who made sure that Raila was never president of the Republic of Kenya, which is Ruto, because he ran away from Raila in 2017. He ran away from Raila. And in 2022, instead of saying, I can give this patriot an opportunity to become the president of the Republic of Kenya, he was there as Raila's opponent. Now Raila's opponent and political enemy has been brought to us as the Luo community as the best friend. A person who could not sacrifice for Raila, want to sacrifice for Raila after Raila has died. Namabiro yuagi kiseto. Mano benya lo jene usipni madier. That cannot be. That cannot be. So we are saying we must keep the tradition of Raila Amolo Odinga, keep the legacy of Raila Amolo Odinga, and that legacy and the policy and the spirit of Raila Amolo Odinga is in a party known as Linda Mwananchi. That is where spirit of Raila is. Even when I see you here, the way I've been hearing the statements, the responses, Raila Amolo Odinga is here. Raila Amolo Odinga is here. An karango kai unie chuny Raila ter. Let us not let Raila die. Ruto said that he was going to take Raila home in a wheelbarrow, which he did. We want to tell Ruto Raila is alive. And Raila is alive because we are in the one-term movement to make sure that just like you took Raila home in a wheelbarrow to Bondo, we don't want to kill you like Raila was killed. We will take you back to Sugoi alive to live with your people. We are not callous. We are not callous. We will take you back home alive.
One time.
Ni one time or si one time? Ni one time or si one time? I want to give my vow before you that Linda Mwananchi is going to transition into a political party.
Yeah.
We know the election timelines, and I want to tell you, we are not going to let you down.
Yes.
And you are going to love this party we are bringing.
Yes.
We are going to love this party. So we will launch the party, which will be the party for all Kenyans, from Kisumu to Mombasa, Laila mpaka Majengo. Chama cha Raila inakuja Pwani, inakwenda Mandera, Turkana, popote katika Kenya. Chama cha Raila Amolo Odinga, ambapo itazaliwa kutoka kwa Linda Mwananchi.
Yes.
Itakuwa na itaongoza nchi hii.
Yes.
I want to give you that promise.
Yes.
I want to give you that promise. I want to ask you, the vote for 2027, we are going to elect a president for Kenya, not a president for any region. We want the person who is elected as a president will be the president of the Republic of Kenya, not a regional leader. And the only movement, political movement that has the capacity, the ideology, and the strength, political strength, to bring about a leadership that will be nationally Kenyan, which will stand with the Constitution of Kenya, defend and protect our Bill of Rights, is going to come from Linda Mwananchi.
Yes.
It's going to come from Linda Mwananchi. I can tell you, me, I have never been to your village to tell you will become Linda Mwananchi. That's what is very special about Linda Mwananchi. Linda Mwananchi is organic. It is born from your spirit. Is born from your mother's womb. Is born in your spirit where you come from. This is a party and a movement.
Yes.
For the people of Kenya. And this is where we must move in this journey together. I want to say that we must work with other Kenyans who have the same ideology, the same spirit, to make sure that we send Ruto home. We must, as an opposition, come together. That must be. Yes. But I'm also saying, in the name of the community which has sacrificed so much, if you look at the people who were killed during Gen Z's, 75% of those who were killed in Nairobi were Luos.
Yes.
And over the years, even Luchu the other day, when you really worked hard, when they killed 5 people in Busia, 4 of them are Luos. Even last week, there was another young man who was killed in the police cells, another Luo. Yeah. Even when they are defending a PS, they are still being killed. So, this community cannot be in a movement in which they are just followers. They must lead from the front.
Yes.
They must lead from the front as part of the great Kenyan nation. And we owe Raila Amolo Odinga, we owe Jaramogi, we owe Achieng' Oneko, we owe ODM, we owe Tom Mboya, we owe Arrogance Kodek, we owe Robert Ouko, we owe Herbert Ojwang.
Yes. Yes.
Because we have sacrificed our biggest names to our children.
Themselves.
And you remember the child who was killed in Rongai from Suba. 9-year-old, he was shot with 12 bullets.
Yes.
And Uruto said even with those 12 bullets, this child was alive. So we cannot be in the background.
We can't.
We must be in front, playing with our brothers from other parts of Kenya. So I want to say that I accept the challenge. I accept it from my spirit, from my body, and from everything I got. And we are going to run all over Kenya, but we are going to begin with Homa Bay, Migori, Kisumu, and Siaya to make sure that our home is safe and is going to be part of the Kenyan nation in this journey to reclaim Kenya. Now, the other day, Ruto, I think it was yesterday, he was launching Vision 2060. You cannot talk about a better Kenya in the year 2060. When you're in power, you're killing people.
Say that again.
You want me to say it again? You cannot dream about a better Kenya in the year 2060 when probably you're not going to be alive. When Kenyans who are living today are living in hell on earth.
Yes.
When you're killing our young people. So don't talk about 2060. We are the people who, as Linda Mwananchi, are going to determine the future of this nation. And I'm going to make myself available in about 2-3 weeks to go to every radio station, every TV station, to talk about what Linda Mwananchi is going to do for Kenya. We have talked too much about what is wrong with Kenya. We must now talk about what we are going to do to make Kenya a better nation. And we are going to do that. And koroka tieko ana onge luoro moro. Aonge luoro. Aonge luoro. Jo Homa Bay man ka. Gi joma Homa Bay moko chopo ka. Adwa nyiso uno Orengo tegno. Joma Homa Bay man ka utegno. Poka winjo utegno. Wadhi koso kwadhi. Wabiro koso kwabi. Twabiro gi yore te kendo amor ni wacho gi maino. Nyako dhako kadhi nyuol kata ige ng'ang'o. Kasa ogik kadibed padri ma Roma to kodwa nyuolo wiri Simbachiri to bro na nyuol sano. So one chopo Homa Bay, and I'm telling the police, if you behave like the police during the one-party era, we'll find an occasion to deal with you. We'll find an occasion to deal with you. In the year 1792, during the French Revolution, the king, the monarch King Louis XVI, had a big prison in the center of Paris called the Bastille prison, where all the people who were anti-government, all the people who the king didn't like, were taken to rot in that jail. That jail was protected by more than 5,000 people, including somebody who was not just a policeman. He was somebody who has fought in several wars. But the people of Paris, when they said enough is enough, they took over that prison and freed every prisoner without having an army. So I know the people of Kenya, we cannot be afraid of policemen. I'm telling the policemen, we cannot be afraid of you. If you're not protecting our rights under the Constitution, then you're part of the problem. And your time will come. This Constitution requires the police not to be directed by any power authority, including the president. That is why it is called a service. But if you do not protect the rally that we are going to have in Homa Bay on the 16th, from 17th, 18th, something will happen to you. There's a policeman who was taken to the Hague. Was taken to the Hague. You may end up at the Hague.
Tell them.
You may end up at the Hague. And if you end up at the Hague, Ruto will not be there. And the Hague demonstrated that even a president and a deputy president can be taken to an international court to answer for the crimes they committed against the people. So we are not sitting tight and waiting. Homa Bay wabiro to urwak jo Linda Mwananchi nya wan gi bura anya aloso kodgi virtually yawutwa mango Babu Wino will be there kendo no ng'e waromo koduka Karole Omondi will be there jotelo mag Linda Mwananchi including one of our very strong leaders, Edwin Sifuna, will be there. Ososi will be there. And all the people from all over the Republic who have seen light will be there. Let us welcome them with open hands. To Angima no more Rani Homa Bay. Sani was saying we know everything Wanga and Kaluma are planning. It is coming to us live. Even now, just now, I've heard her where she's speaking. We're getting, even when they're meeting in her own bedroom in the house. Wase yudo Ariel. Ma yudo karegi mawanga wachi bedroom. Even last night, we knew where they were going to meet. We are getting audios, we are getting video, messages. Amio, anya kanene kadwa ni nyima. Kada ni mbele na watch kama. Okadog chien. Nikech banane spirit mara ila molo dinga okwadog chien onge ringo. My spirit majara mogiogingo dinga onge dog chien te spirit. Mar masinde muliro. Jogo mose tiyogo. Omiyo kawuono umora kendo umora. Kawuono adwa nindo gi kwe. Adwa nindo gi kwe kang'eyo ni we have a big army. Army which cannot be stopped by anybody. Homa Bay kene nakai. Okonga kai. Okwayora kai. Bengaro jolo tangwado jo kai. Kasipun kabondo kai. Kara chuonyo. Kara rangwe ngaro tamwado jo kasuba nyaka ndiwa jaka rusinga. Gibro ng'eyo ni wantie. So with those many words, we are going to say a little prayer in conclusion. Lunch is going to be served. So akwayo ne jomono chano wuodhni mondo nyinge ute.